Hi, Prema Gurreri, and welcome. We are in a time of light. I wanted to drop in with you and give you just a rundown of what's going on in the heavens right now because I know you're feeling the energy and I want you to make the best use of it. So, first off, happy equinox, happy spring. What a wonderful time to move from winter into more light. We're at this amazing time of balance for a moment, because balance is actually constant, unified movement. So as we come into the springtime, this is where the more rajastic energy, that push of life, like when that bulb wants to come up through the ground, like my daffodils are doing at the moment. Actually, they're almost coming into bloom, but they look like hard buds still. And that is that energy, that pushy spring energy. And it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. So it's really a good time to be aware of what it is that you're growing. And we're coming into a time of more light as far as the length of the days, or even now we'll be moving into longer days in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, your days will be getting shorter. And we also have so much light in the heavens. And you've heard me talking about this, but we've had some shifts and changes, so I want to break it down and help you to make really good use of it. So we have Venus and Mercury and Jupiter, all the three planets of light are all lined up in the heavens right now. And this is the Vedic system, the sidereal zodiac, which is all the same constellations. It's like looking at the zodiac from a different viewpoint on the planet, or from the planet, I should say. And so we have all three planets of light creating what we call our Saraswati Yoga. This is creativity, this is wisdom, this is flowing things, this is we don't get this all the time. It's just an amazing, potent time. We also have a Venus retrograde happening as well. Now, I want to shine a little bit of light on retrograde planets. They are actually strong. It's not all about a time to go over things. That's one viewpoint. But it's really, the planet is as far away from the sun as it ever gets, so it's brightest. And it also means that not only is it bright, but what it represents for you is also really strong. We also have, so these three planets are shining their light on each other, and we also have Mercury and Jupiter in a Parivatna yoga. That means that they are exchanging houses. So they're quite strong. So all three benefic planets are really at their peak performance in a way. So what does that mean for you? So the gifts that these planets represent in your sacred wealth code, in your soul blueprint, your highest value gifts, your superpowers, the gifts that these hold are stronger than ever right now. So you want to make really good use of them. So I want to start with Venus, because Venus is very strong right now, but we have to be in alignment with what it's strong for. So Venus in the sacred wealth code system is the great connector. It is the muse, the artist. It's this creative energy. It wants to connect. Venus also can be attached. That's a good thing. We need good, healthy attachments, or we wouldn't care for those that we loved and take care of them and take care of certain things. And then there's unhealthy attachment. So as Venus is in retrograde, and it's also now going to also move into being close to the sun while it's in this retrograde period. So combust. I'm not going to belabor all the astrology terms here. What I want you to know is how to make use of it. So between the 22nd and the 26th, when it comes to Venus, I want you to just be aware that relationships might be under pressure. And that means that your unhealthy attachments are going to possibly flare up for you. This is a good thing. So it's like the weak link in the chain in a relationship. Maybe you're just pushing it under the table. And this is the relationship with yourself and the divine, with other people, with your children, with your clients, with your customers. You might be pushing this what's not working under the rug. Well, I tell you, it can come out in the open, in the light during this time. And that's a good thing if you're willing to step in and work with it. And it also sometimes, relationships that really are not in alignment, and so far out of alignment they're not going to come back into alignment. Sometimes they dissolve during this time. So just be aware. Now, on the other side of this, relationships that are strong and are going to get deeper and stronger, and that includes you with the divine. That's that great connector. And I'll talk about the creative energy in just a moment. That energy is going to get stronger during this time. So just be aware that you want to put your energy into the relationships right now that you're excited about, that are meeting you halfway. And the ones that are, that you're irritated with, the ones that really aren't working, that are sucking too much energy, those I want you to steer away from, because they're going to drain your energy. This is a time of love and happiness. It's a time of creativity, and that's where you want to put your energy. So let's talk about the creative part of this wonderful time with Venus. This is the arts. This is the artist. This is our intuitive muse, creative inspiration. Get out and enjoy the beauty of the planet, the beauty of relationship, the beauty of art. In the Hindu culture, in India, they've just celebrated Holi. Holi is a festival of colors. It's the Equinox festival on the full moon. And it's about the color of life and bringing that in. So I want to ask you, where could you get in touch more with your color of life? Where that momentum of spring and growth and creativity, it wants to expand right now. So whether you're an artist or not, it doesn't matter. It can expand in your connection with the divine, and it can expand in your reverence for the arts, in your creative work, in your business, in your tuning in with your muse energy from the divine. So use this time of Venus to connect in. It really is about love and happiness, and don't waste time with negative attachments that might drain your energy. It's just not worth it. So let's also talk about Jupiter and Mercury being in this exchange that they're in. So that means Jupiter acts like it's in its own house, and Mercury acts like it's in its own house. And that would be the house of Pisces and the house of Virgo. So this is very, very, very strong. And so our knowledge, our practical knowledge is really and teacher and visionary quality, but at a practical level is really strong right now. And also, the communication that Mercury provides, and the great merchant that Mercury is, and also all this energy is, and all this light combined together and shining on each other, is an opportunity for you to reach in and really use your gifts. Whether you have all these gifts within you, and some of these fall within your sacred wealth code. And whether you've had a sacred wealth code reading or not, I want you to tap in and start to feel, your energy of, do you have that teacher, that visionary part of you that's really that sage, that more spiritual teacher? With Mercury, it's the messenger. It's the merchant who just sees opportunities to make money everywhere. And a lot of entrepreneurs have that. And the great communicator, I see that also with a lot of healers, a lot of entrepreneurs, being able to get messages across and communicate information that transforms people's lives. So this is an inspirational time. So you want to use it for that. A time to also nurture, what is it that you've been nurturing all winter that it's time to set forth and let grow in this growing season that you want to bring forward? So spend time with people that make your heart sing, that you want to really enjoy love and happiness. Put your energy into getting out and enjoying the beauty of the world, and inviting others in to enjoy the beauty of the world as well. Don't spend time where people and places are exhausting you, and it's time to dig deep into your creativity. You have amazing gifts. When you really step into your gifts, you're at that place, that intersection of purpose and prosperity. You feel that deeper meaning in life, and you have your own inspiration, your unique genius, your superpowers that you can marvel yourself as well as others with what can come through you in your service, your movement in the world, what you're here to do, but also the enjoyment you're here for as well, the joy you're here for as well. So this benefic time that we have, these 3 planets with the Saraswati Yoga, is going to go through the 26th of this month. And then we'll still have this beautiful Venus and Jupiter aspect, which will be going on all the way until the end of May. So enjoy the light. Enjoy the light and let this light really seep into the parts of you that felt dark and challenged over the last year. Let the light in and then share that through your gifts with everyone else. Much love.